Your friend said something that upset you, so you said something right back. You both talk to your other friends about it. They talk to each other about it. You refuse to say hello to each other in the hallway for a whole week. You are such close friends. What happened? And how do you get back to a happy place? You've just had a friend fight. Friend fights are super common and super, well, not fun. They're the result of high emotions, testing boundaries, and growing up. You probably won't get through middle school without having a few of them. But the good news is, you can get through it as long as you follow a few simple steps. Let's talk about handling conflict like a champ in How to Middle School, Fighting with Friends. It always starts out small. Someone didn't invite you to go to the movies, so you feel miffed. You tell your friend, maybe a little more gruffly than you intended, that it was rude to leave you out. Your friend reminds you that you didn't invite her out to ice cream last week. And then you remind the friend that she's lactose intolerant. Why on earth would you invite her to get ice cream? Etc., etc. Okay, by now, emotions are running high. Things are starting to get heated. So remember, a little space never hurt anyone. It's time to take a breather and give each other a little space before things get any worse. You have a right to feel upset that your friend didn't invite you to the movies, just like your friend is entitled to her feelings too. But if you both pile on all the feelings at once, the whole movie thing is going to get blown way out of proportion, and it doesn't have to be that way. Instead, give each other a little space to sort out how you feel. Resist the urge to yell in the heat of the moment and just walk away. Then you can come back together to talk things out when you're both a little calmer. Trust us. It's better than saying something you might regret. The next suggestion, don't be mean. It's one thing to argue and stand up for yourself. It's another thing to be just plain mean. We get it. Fighting with a friend is emotional and you might have your feelings hurt. So maybe you're looking to hurt someone back, but try to resist the urge. Because it doesn't make things get better. It only makes it worse. Once the floodgates of meanness open, they're hard to close and you might end up saying something you'll regret, which makes the path to reconciling the friendship that much harder to walk. So, while it can be tempting to be mean when you're feeling emotional, don't do it. Because one day, you might be besties again, and you don't want that negativity hanging over the friendship. Another tip, don't involve everyone in the universe. Sure, you might look to other friends for support because the fight makes you feel bad. But don't talk smack about the friend you're fighting with. All it does is make the problem bigger, messier, and harder to fix. You wouldn't want your friend talking behind your back, right? Besides, you don't want to force people to pick sides. Friends hate doing that, and it would cause even more fights amongst your group. The only thing worse than a friend fight? Multiple friend fights happening all at once. Ugh, talk about the drama. Mostly, everyone just wants things to get back to normal, so help that process along by keeping all non-essential parties out of the discussion. Finally, ditch the ego and make up. If you ignore your friend and stew in resentment, you might be sitting around for a long time. After things have cooled off, be the bigger person and reach out. Say your piece. That might mean apologizing and even forgiving. I know, this is one of the hardest things in the world to do, especially when you're still upset. But if you really want to stay friends with this person, you have to work for it. And sometimes all it takes is one of you stepping up first. Here's how that might look. Hey, I'm sorry I didn't invite you out for ice cream. I didn't think you'd want to go, but it was wrong for me to assume that. I should have let you speak for yourself. To which your friend might say, it's okay. I shouldn't have ditched you at the movies. I was mad at you, but I should have just told you instead of leaving you out. Still friends? See? Not so hard. But if you keep having to be the bigger person over and over again, or if you tried but your friend is still giving you the cold shoulder, you might want to consider this last piece of advice. Know when to say goodbye. Most friend fights are small and fixable, but some friends seem to be mad all the time. And maybe when they're mad, they don't stop saying mean stuff. They rally other people to join in, and they deliberately try to make you feel miserable. They might spread nasty rumors about you or try to convince other people not to be your friend. In a worst-case scenario, they could become abusive or violent. These people aren't just having a friend fight, they're bullying. If you find yourself having millions of fights with one person, ask yourself, are you having fun? Can you be yourself with this person? Is it worth it? If not, it may be time to let this friendship go. And that's scary because no one wants to be alone, but eventually you'll find new friends. Friends who won't abuse you or make you feel insignificant. Friends who share your values and who aren't afraid to share the blame every once in a while when you get into an argument. Clearing some space around you leaves room for people who deserve your time. And who knows, maybe one day your old frenemy will come back around. Friend fights happen. It's how you deal with them that shows who your real friends are. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching How to Middle School. And don't forget to check out our book recommendations for this topic in the description below.